All right, Charlie, we're back here in Florida. We made it to the Solutionary Summit 2021, and this time it's in Miami, baby. Bienvenidos a Miami. This is a 3-day event hosted by Black Guns Matter founder Maj Toure. We're lucky enough to be invited here to interview the speakers, the panelists, the vendors, and the attendees, and it's going to be some good, solid content. Thank you. All right, so we're here at the Solutionary Summit, and I just got racially profiled for eating Cheez-Its. I was told that only white people eat Cheez-Its at an event like this.
I said leave it up to the white guy to find Cheez-Its at an event like this.
We're talking about crackers now.
It's Solutionary Summit 2021. That's what we're doing here. There's lovely people everywhere in the place.
Dude, you should start a PR company because that is great marketing.
I feel like if I teach them before something happens to them, that way they can go out and do something with themselves instead of doing nothing.
I taught them how to work on cars, changing oil, changing brakes, changing toilets, sealing fans. We did some of everything with the kids.
I'm here with King Randall of the Ex-Boys group. Okay, yeah, I mix up the words sometimes. You do a lot of work with boys, young boys, keeping them out of trouble and stuff like that. Can you elaborate on that a little bit and let people know what all you do?
We work with young men ages 11 to 17, teaching them skilled trades, how to work on cars, work on houses, things of that nature. I'm just trying to keep the crime down where I live, simply because it's so high.
So what area is this in?
This is in Albany, Georgia.
Are these all kids, young boys that are like at risk for crime and jail and shit like that?
Yeah, I've worked with most children from the juvenile court system.
Okay, so you're working with kids like me, probably. So how many boys you got in this group now?
I had 36 children during the summertime. I have over 100, 200 kids in waiting.
So you started this when you were
19.
How do you get them to listen to somebody that's almost their age?
Oh man, that's literally just being there, like, and being something different, but close to their age. So I had my own house, own car, 4 acres of land.
How did you get your own house at 19?
I've learned how to manage my money properly, and that's something I feel like a lot of kids just really need to learn. Like and where I live, the cost of living is pretty low, simply because the household income is like $20,000. The boys need to see possible.
Yeah, so and you're proof of concept, man.
Right. So
if you do it, then they can do it.
You know, so it takes a while. It takes consistency and patience, you know, with these children, because they all have stories. They all have things that they have, you know, to work on. And so me being myself, you know, and trying to work with all the children at the same time and working on all of their differences and all of their troubles, you know, it takes a while. It takes patience, you know, but I do it because I love it.
That is good shit, man. Seriously, that's awesome, dude. Thank you for your time, brother.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
We have over 65 people that take their life with a firearm every day, right? And I look at the firearm and say, it could represent protecting your family, it could represent freedom, but also why don't we make it a conduit to get people the help they need, you know, while they're in crisis, without being punished for it.
All right, I'm here with Mike Sodini, the owner of Walk the Talk, a gun and mental health organization, and as well as the host of Guns and Mental Health podcast. Yep. Tell people a little bit about what you do and why you do it.
Okay, so Walk Talk America was basically founded in 2018. What we do is look for innovative solutions to get people the help they need when they're in crisis through the firearm without fear of consequence. In some states like New York, like seeking mental health can get your firearms rights taken away, right? And what issue do we have in the United States? We have a suicide by firearm issue. We don't have a mass shooting issue. That is an issue, right? I'm not taking away from that. But we have over 65 people that take their life with a firearm every day. We work with gun manufacturers, we work with mental health clinicians, we train them to understand gun culture, It's a two-way street. We learn a lot from them, but we also step up and we're proactive as the 2A community, as the gun industry, saying, look, we could start saving lives.
Right. And you work across the aisle a lot.
Yes.
Do you know what percentage of gun deaths are suicide?
Oh, 2/3, right? 2/3.
2/3.
I'm from Vegas, October 1, Mandalay Bay. 59 people died that day. 65 people die a day to suicide by firearm. It's not sexy. It's not in the media. Nobody wants to talk about it, right? So, the Guns and Mental Health podcast that you were talking about earlier, we have guests from all walks of life, right? Some of them.
Oh yeah, you just told me the other day that you had Tupac Shakur's bodyguard's ex-wife.
Well, I mean, it was his wife, right? Tupac Shakur's
His widow.
Yeah, his widow. Kevin Alexander's wife was on the show. He was Tupac's bodyguard. He was on watch when Tupac was shot. He took a lot of responsibility for that, and his mental state fell apart over the years. And he was a firearms owner, and he always said to his wife, I can't go get help. They'll take away my firearms. I work in security. I'm a security.
Yeah, there goes his job.
Right, there goes his job, and that's exactly why we're doing what we do, right? He's the perfect example of what can go wrong if you make it so people are afraid to come forward to get help. Yeah.
Right, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I appreciate your time, man.
A man by the name of Major Williams is running for governor of California.
Or they will have someone in leadership that's willing to at least work with them and engage and move the conversation forward with actionable items.
People are tied back to big pharmaceutical companies, and they're making money off vaccines, masks.
And who did Gavin Newsom do the deal with? It was with China.
All right, I'm here with Major Williams. You know, earlier, man, we were having lunch, and we were talking about how a grown man came into your yard and told your 5-year-old that he said your dad is an asshole. Is that correct?
Basically. Right. I think it just comes from being a gubernatorial candidate. You're always going to have people that agree with you and also have people that disagree with you. During this particular instance, we are dealing with a lot of slander, so to speak. And sometimes people as influencers online can compel other individuals to do things that are outside of their mind frame, I would say, or stupid things, right? And I think that some of these individuals are being misled by some of this information that's coming out, which made these individuals come to my house at 10:30 at night on Instagram Live, beating on the door. And for me, it was two options: either open the door and I kill somebody, or I show a little grace, patience, call the authorities, do the right thing, and just allow them to handle it. But for me, as a man, as a protector of my household, it was a very interesting struggle in that 3-second delay that I had to choose.
Yeah, you're walking that tightrope, man. Have you dealt with shadow banning and censorship on IG or Facebook or anything like that?
Absolutely. Even my Instagram, over the last 2.5, 3 months, I've lost 32,000 followers. That doesn't happen. 32,000 followers in 2.5, 3 months. Shadow banning, censorship is definitely a real thing.
A lot of comics are getting removed off of social media. Yeah. And they're not, and what's bizarre is that they're not even getting warnings. They're being removed, and then when they call and ask about it, they say that account didn't exist, which is, I don't even really know what that would even be called. That's like retrograde. It's like what's that thing in 1984, the book when they put the thing in the time hole? You know what I'm talking about? Have you read 1984?
No.
Oh, man, dude, you got to read 1984, dude. It's a dystopian future novel that's basically talks about how the government rewrites the past to fit a narrative for the future. A lot like Wikipedia, or like how they're removing certain articles of information from the internet, like Google and whatnot. I mean, you haven't read 1984?
I haven't.
That is a timeless classic.
So this basically says after next week I would have. I'm an avid reader.
In the 40s, it was book burning.
Yeah.
And then in the 60s and 70s, it was like certain records couldn't get made, and then in the 90s, it was explicit content put on rap albums and shit like that. And now it's just being removed from existence on social media.
What's so crazy about it, you have people that have moved here or fled to come here from communistic countries,
and they say it's the same thing.
And they tell us that these are the seeds that are being planted. This is what's happening right up under you guys' noses. They've been telling us and educating us on what's happening. A lot of people didn't really want to understand it or acknowledge it until it's like right there in their faces. Right. And now more and more people are waking up. So although it's a negative situation, it is an opportunity for us to thrive from this. Yeah.
I'm Kim Klacik, and I'm running for Congress because I actually care about Black lives. All Black lives matter. Our communities matter. We matter. And Baltimore doesn't have to vote Democrat.
Do you think that Joe Biden is racist?
I do think Joe Biden is racist. I've thought that even when he was Senator Joe Biden. So.
All right, this is Kim Klacik, round 2. How have you been?
Good. How have you been?
I've been fantastic.
I watch you on Instagram. I know you've been having a lot of fun.
Guilty. By the way, I did not ever buy that rocket launcher that I told you about.
Why didn't you buy that?
Very expensive. I looked it up. Incredibly expensive. Okay, so you just did a panel that was on youth and community outreach. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was a really good panel. King Randall was up there, Olivia Randall and Major Williams and myself, and we were talking about the importance of getting in districts that Republicans don't normally run in, right? There's no district that's really unwinnable. It's got to be won at some point in time. We got to chip away at it. So we were talking about getting involved in communities, being there, being present, even when there's not election cycle time, just making sure we show communities that we care. And then, just making sure people understand that this is going to take time. It's going to take some work. And, no matter what any detractors say to you online or wherever it may be, you just keep going forward.
What have people been saying online?
Well, a lawsuit tells me I can't talk too much about it. But yeah, no, I mean, so the people that sit around and have time to talk about you are usually not doing the most, right?
They're not doing shit, yeah.
Right, and so you're doing the work, and so they have time to talk and you don't, and that's fine, right? You just continue to do your work.
Is there any contentious issues that you want to chat about?
I do want to say that I'm not a fraud. I am not on drugs. No, I just want to say, you can't always believe what you read and hear, especially on the internet about people. But when you put yourself out there like we do, running for office, people are going to slander your name, right? It's expected. But you have to just remain true to yourself and hope that people see you for who you are. And like I said before, you just continue to work.
Absolutely. Let me leave you with this. Do you think that Joe Biden is racist?
I do think Joe Biden is racist. I've thought that even when he was Senator Joe Biden. So the only people that didn't realize it, I think, are just people that maybe forget history or they didn't pay attention to him when he was the senator. Maybe they got into politics when he was the VP, right, with Obama and thought otherwise. But Joe Biden is very racist. Someone to say, if you don't vote for me or you have to choose between me and Trump, you ain't black. I mean, he's not black himself. For him to say that to black people is just so unacceptable. And I cannot believe that he got a pass for that, honestly.
What do you think about the withdrawal from Afghanistan?
I cannot believe no one has been fired yet. I think Secretary.
Well, no, there was somebody fired. There was a Marine fired that reached out and asked for accountability to military leaders. He was fired, but nobody else was.
Yes, the wrong person was fired. Secretary Blinken should have resigned immediately. It was a terrible withdrawal. They call it an evacuation mission. Obviously, there was never an evacuation plan to begin with. They wanted to get the troops out and just go home. And then when everybody realized what was going on, they turned into an evacuation mission. And then they said, oh, we're getting all these people out, and they started patting themselves on the back like they did a great job. They did not. Americans are still left behind. Right. And even service dogs, as we see now. So, and we left, how many weapons did we leave?
Billions of dollars worth of weapons. Biden will give the Taliban guns, but not us.
Exactly.
Not Americans.
And so this administration is just doing a piss poor job, is what I would call it. But unfortunately, we still got, 3.5 more years of this nonsense? It's crazy.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Thank you for the time.
Yes, and please get a rocket launcher because I want to be there.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to get one, and I'm going to make a video just for you.
Okay, well, no, invite me. I want to be there. You
want to come to Austin and shoot a rocket launcher with me?
I want the headphones on so I don't, blast my ears, but I want to see and watch it in real time.
Okay, we'll make it happen. We will make it happen. You heard it here first. Thank you so much. Hey, babe, I need you to get over here. We're going to buy one of these pieces of art. You're fired. All right, so we're here with Prophet, the artist at the Solutionary Summit, and he has some stuff that is going to make you think. It's philosophical. I like it a lot. And can you tell us a little bit about a couple of these pieces, please? What about this one?
This is artificial connection, which is pretty much symbolizing that a lot of things are becoming artificial, and you're paying for it.
What's your favorite piece here that you've made today? Come over here, Charlie.
Don't let them hack your brain. We all went through a crazy situation or a big media frenzy to where people were throwing out nothing but their narrative. I wanted to let people know, man, don't let them hack your brain because they're obviously pushing an agenda on you, and you're following it.
I like this one.
All right, what are we buying here?
Buying this beautiful piece of artwork for the studio.
What does it say?
It says time is greater than money.
What does that mean to you?
I don't know. I related it.
Bad answer. All right, we're here with Brielle Carvalho, and the people want to know, how do you deal with all of my bullshit?
I just love you, so I make it work.
I'm good at sex.
Charly.
You was about to get the IE too. You was about to get that shit.
To get the I. Prophet, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
We're here with Chris. All right, Chris Palombi.
Palombi.
Yeah. Do me a favor and pull up the photo of you in high school in the step group. That is Chris in high school. And earlier, someone actually told me, and if you can confirm the rumor, that you are half black. You got any words for people that might not know what this is?
Bringing people together, have conversations, have dialogue, question the narratives too, and it sparks further conversation and finds other solutions to the issues.
And it's also hanging out and networking and kind of having a good time. You know, some of us like to have a little better time than others, like me. But I'm also here as sort of a B-grade entertainment. You know what I mean?
I think A. You ask me, I think A.
Ooh, we're official now. A-grade, baby. Last words.
Yeah, so again, I'm Chris Palombi, running for Congress in Maryland's 5th Congressional District, former U.S. Capitol Police officer turned web designer, hockey coach, teacher. The list goes on, but I'm running to fight for everybody's individual rights and liberties and making sure we have a fiscally responsible government with your taxpayer dollars.
Hey, and let me tell you this. If someone that used to be a police officer and someone who's been beaten by police officers can get along, America's still alive, baby. Let's do it. Let's go.
I personally use at least 2 of these on bleeds and accelerators, right? Bleeding stop, like twist it here. One more time, we're gonna go all the way around to get that in there.
It's a mighty fine boat. All right, y'all, that was Solutionary Summit 2021 in Miami. I hope you learned something. I hope you had a good time. And make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Faust TV.
Fuck yeah, Faust TV!
Yep, that's it. That's everything. We'll see y'all next time. Are we recording? I'm disgusted with your lack of preparation.